Get Back, Joe!
Hello vinyl community, it's Matt here again, and something a little bit different today. We have a book review, and it is the Beatles Get Back book, and this was just released yesterday, and it's coinciding with the upcoming Peter Jackson Get Back 3-part series. It's going to be on, I think it's on Disney in November, and just thought I would pick this up, and I haven't unwrapped it yet. It's still in the shrink. This is the Target exclusive, which I guess does bring a couple of benefits. So normally, to start with, this is an expensive book. Normally this hardcover version retails for $60, which I don't know if you guys can see it, but you got the price right back here. And even on Amazon, it's like $47, $48, you know, which doesn't surprise me that it's going to be cheaper than retail on Amazon. But at Target, it's actually less. It was $42. You can see it's got this 30% off deal here. And if you have a Target Red card, like I do, which is just it's a discount card, you get an extra 5% off all of your purchases. So it actually ended up costing closer to $40. So, you know, it's pretty pricey, but not too bad. And it's a pretty heavy, thick book. The other thing you do get, you can see here, it doesn't show up too well, but as it says, it's a Target exclusive, and you get 4 what they call lobby cards, and there's some more information about it on the back here. Lobby cards are things that they used to have back in the day, like in theaters and such, like in the lobby before previews and trailers were commonplace, and you could pick up one of these cards for an upcoming movie, and based on that decide if you want to go see it. And you know, it would have little screenshot type things on it and stills from the movie. So anyway, let's dive into this and take a quick look. Now, I have heard some speculation that a lot of this material is kind of recycled from the book that came with the original Let It Be box set back in 1970. That I'm not sure about, because I do not own that box set, because frankly I don't want to pay hundreds and hundreds of dollars for one, especially one that's in good condition. I mean, you can buy the book separately, you know, that does come up on eBay and so on, but still, it seems a bit silly to buy just the book without getting the whole box set. So that's not something that I've done. Maybe one day I'll take the plunge, but not anytime soon, I don't think. But let's take this wrapping off. A little bit of a shame to have to take off that nice little foil Target sticker, but there's not a lot I can do about it. It's not like a record where maybe you can leave the shrink on. I mean, I guess you can, but then you wouldn't be able to read the book. So here we go. So you can see that this little black thing here is actually like a little slip cover. I can feel that it shifts, this black band. This is also an insert right here. This thing at the back with the lobby card info. But it looks like the book will open anyway, so maybe I'll just leave it there. So let's have a look. All right, now, right in here, it talks about Ethan Russell. I think he's a he's a photographer, or well, he's one of the main photographers. Linda McCartney's mentioned as well, because she was, that was what she did back in the 60s. She was a photographer, and she continued, you know, later in life. So let's see, here we have contents right here. Let me back up a little bit. We can see it a bit better. There's looks like an intro or a foreword by Peter Jackson. Right here, yeah. But it's really the pictures I'm interested in. I mean, I want to read the info too, but obviously a quick YouTube video, we don't have time to go through a whole bunch of the text in here. But there's the Red and Blue albums right there. Not too sure why that's being shown. I guess it's being shown just, well, I guess I do know part of the reason. So I'm sure a lot of you know this, but what became eventually the Let It Be album was originally going to be titled Get Back. And there's a whole kind of story about that. Glyn Johns, who was an engineer, he was given the tapes for the Get Back sessions, and he had a couple of passes at it. The Beatles were not satisfied with the results, and it eventually got shelved, and they moved on to Abbey Road. So this is why, if you ever hear somebody say that Let It Be was recorded before Abbey Road, and you think, well, hang on, what? But Let It Be was released after Abbey Road. Yes, it was, but the songs from Let It Be were recorded prior to Abbey Road during these Get Back sessions. So it ended up being shelved, and eventually, like I said, the tapes were given to Phil Spector, and you know, kind of love it or hate it, the result was the Let It Be album in 1970. But I mention that because, of course, the original, if you don't know, the original Get Back album, which should have been released in '69, the cover was going to be what ended up on the Blue album. And I think they were going to put what ended up on the Red album on the back. I think I remember that. But I do have the Let It Be box set. In fact, it's supposed to have shipped already, so I might have that the next day or two to review for you guys. That's on its way, the vinyl box set. And that does include one of the albums in it is the full Glenn Johns mix from 1969. So that's probably what I'm most excited about when it comes to that. But let's get back to the book. And here's an introduction. I have absolutely no idea who this is. Hanif Kurishai. Someone's going to probably take me to task, not only for the pronunciation, but saying, how do you not know who this person is? But I don't, to be honest, but there's a cool sheet here. It's kind of cool. There's George Martin. Oh, there's Brian Epstein. Of course, Brian Epstein had already passed away a couple of years prior to the Get Back sessions. And there's Billy Preston up here as well. It's kind of cool. And there we go. There's the rooftop concert from January, was it? January '69. And here we go. Pictures of the band and the whole, but okay. And then now this gets into see, like Michael Lindsay Hogg, director. Well, that's the director for the Let It Be film. That's a whole other story. The Let It Be film, they filmed, as it turned out, according to what I've heard about the upcoming Peter Jackson show, they filmed 57 hours of footage of the Beatles recording what was at the time going to be the Get Back album, later became Let It Be. It was released, and it was controversial. It showed a lot of infighting. A lot of people thought that it was maybe a little skewed towards showing the band in a bad light, and McCartney being bossy, Lennon couldn't be bothered half the time, and while there was some truth to that, I think it was exaggerated, and I'm hoping what we're going to see from this Peter Jackson series is that the sessions were nowhere near as bad as history has recorded. We'll see, but anyway, so now it talks about Twickenham, which the studios at Twickenham, the Beatles did quite a bit of recording there. Yeah, let's dive into this a bit more. This is not what I thought it was going to be, actually. I don't know. Like I said, I don't own the Let It Be book that came out in the 1970 box set. I've never even seen it, other than photos of it, that type of thing. So I don't know if all of this information was in there. I don't think it was. I thought it was pretty much just photos in that book. I could be mistaken. Maybe somebody who has the book can fill in some of the details there, but in the comments section. But yeah, it's a whole lot of photos. There's Billy Preston on keyboard. There's Yoko. So this looks nice, and apparently there's quite a lot of photos in here that hadn't been printed before, which is cool. And I don't doubt there is some stuff from that 1970 box set book, but yeah, nice big glossy photos here. So it's looking pretty good. How many pages do we have? We have about 240. So not bad. It is a really heavy book. That's a pretty cool photo right there. Can't see it too well, but got more on the rooftop concert here again. So yeah, and it looks like, at least in part, it goes day by day. Like this talks about 30th of January 1969. Now that was the day of the rooftop concert, when they went out on to was it number 3? I think Savile Row, up on the roof, did the thing. I do have a bootleg of that, which sounds surprisingly spectacular. I was very shocked to hear how good that sounded. There's a couple of dropouts in it, but in terms of the actual sound quality, it's really good. And I was kind of hoping that was going to be included in the the Let It Be box set, which has just been released, but I don't believe it's in there, but that's okay. But yeah, lots of little photos in here in part as well. And there's also a lot of dialogue that's written, but of course the Let It Be movie captured a whole ton of it, so it's nice to see some of that here. I'm assuming it's not the whole thing, but there's no way this, obviously, even though they have 57 hours of tape, there's not going to be 57 hours of dialogue. There's going to be plenty of time just sitting around, plenty of time actually singing and performing, rehearsing. But even so, I highly doubt the whole thing's in here, not in just 138 pages. But it has the Beatles, I think, talking about, in the dialogue in here, talking about the there was a lot of talk about them doing a concert prior to them going out on the rooftop in Savile Row, and it never materialized. I think, if I remember, George Harrison wasn't keen on it, and he had to. They almost talked him into it, and anyway, they had some crazy thoughts about these exotic locations they were going to go to, and then or then maybe they would just do something really stripped down with very few people, and then they ended up doing this whole rooftop concert, which sadly was cut short after. How long did it last, the rooftop concert? Like 40 minutes or something? I forget. But anyway, I've rambled for long enough. I like the look of the book. Like I said, this was really just kind of unboxing, or in this case, an unwrapping video. So just from looking at it, I like the look of the photos. The weight of the book's great. The nice glossy pages, and it should be a good read. So I will look forward to going through that some more. So if you can pick this up, especially if you're in the US, I guess it makes. Oh, the lobby cards. Where the heck are these lobby cards that it talked about? Shit. Oh, they're in the back here. Look, we got a little kind of. Oh, but I gotta take off this beautiful looking Apple logo to get to them. I don't know about that. Well, let's see if there's any way to do it without ripping this. Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Okay. We got it. So let's have a look in here. Let's see. Here we go. Cool. There's John. Well, they're all in here, but the big photos of John and Paul. And I don't recognize these photos, so these could be ones that haven't been released before. I don't know. George, and there's Ringo. So these are interesting. They're just kind of on cardstock. There's a little copyright, little Apple copyright at the bottom there, if you guys can see it. So that's kind of a nice little inclusion that they added this. So if you can get this in the US, it seems like Target's the place to get it from, because not only do you get these exclusive cards in the back of it, but it's like $5 cheaper than it is on Amazon. So it seems like a no-brainer to me. I was fortunate that they had it in store, but I had to ask for it. It was not out anywhere. But I looked it up on the website, and the website said that it was in stock at my local Target. So I just asked someone, they looked it up, and sure enough, it was in stock, and they brought it out. So you might have to do that. But anyway, guys, thanks as always for watching. Always appreciate everybody's comments and everyone who subscribes. And yeah, let me know your thoughts. If you bought the book, let me know in the comment section what you think. So until next time, see you soon. Bye-bye.